Friends, let me introduce you to Dr. David Lujan, who has come from Spain. David obtained a psychology degree from the Autonomy University of Madrid, Spain in 1998. He also took several courses in psychology in different colleges across different countries. In 2002, he got introduced to acupuncture through the late Professor Sir Anton Jayasuriya, and he worked side by side along with Dr. Jayasuriya. And then he moved back to Spain and he learned that the diseases in the East were far different to the West. Hence, he had to change most of his practices. What he learned prior to moving back to Spain, he changed, adapted, modified the treatments. And he brought up a system called natural acupuncture. He is the founder of this natural acupuncture method, and it involved theories like natural acupuncture, pericardium natural treatments, the natural wheel of health and balance, the angle theory, the tower of communication, and there is a big list. He has also authored 6 books published in Spain and South America and in English also. The titles of a few of them are The Reflexive Universe, Foundations for a New Order, Manual of Natural Acupuncture, the Group Report on Cancer Disease, The Inner Palaces. These are some of his literary works. He has started teaching since 2008, and since then hundreds of students have learned his methods and the treatment protocols. So, friends, let us invite David on the dais, and may I request him to present us.
Very beautiful presentation. I didn't know it was me. I left my microphone. Yes. Someone has to give me. Can you get me the microphone? Yeah. I want to see which will come. This will be around there. Yes, he's coming to away. So, okay. Well, where are you from? India, right? Do you like Indian food? Yes. Ah, me too, yeah. Well, what happens if we give Indian food to people in Spain?
They also enjoy it.
Oh, I don't think. I enjoy it. 10 years living in India. Is it too loud? Can you hear me?
I love Indian food.
I love Indian food. I love Indians. 10 years living here, right? But I'm sure if we give Indian food to my people, maybe 60% of them will get acidity. This is my topic about acidity. Yeah. So, she's from Colombia. She cannot take Indian food. No. So, playing Indian food, I don't think so, right? Everybody is different. This is the main thing. Let me grab this one. Can you click that? Yeah. Do you have acidity after the food? No, right? Because your body is used to it. Yes. One of the miracle things in science is that my body is able to learn. What a mystery. My body is learning. Wow, this is one of the things in the immune system is that the immune system is learning. Sometimes I get a disease when I'm 5 years old, and then my body learned the lesson, how to kill those bacteria. Never in my life I got the disease again. This is a great mystery, don't you think? Let me introduce myself a little bit. This is me in the picture. I was in Lucknow, some of the places around here. Very nice doctors around. I love India because of this. Well, this is one of the figures. So it doesn't not only me, these kind of patients, and also my students and everybody working together. This is in Goa, where I have my school. I don't know if you recognize that girl there. Can you recognize yourself? Oh, very good. So in 2011, I was. This is with the minister anyway. Well, before talking about acidity, let me explain a little bit what is my protocol, right? We have, every time we face a patient, we have 5 possibilities. One of them it is just treating the symptom, mechanical problems. Very famous acupuncture because I have just pain in my legs, pain in my shoulder. Sometimes it's a matter of the muscle. So we treat like this, mechanical. Right? For this I use a system called myofascia, using the fascia. For me, it's the most effective and very fast. It is only mechanical. Sometimes, even if you are treating some kind of muscle, the patient gets hit, but complain that the problem comes back again. He was saying, I am a psychologist. So my idea is like the emotions in people's life can create this problem on purpose. So that I get relief in my arm, however, in 5 hours, come back again. We have to struggle with this. For this, I developed by checking the pulse. This was the idea called origin tumor. The starting of the problem is within my organs. It is not the muscle itself, it is the organ creating. This sound okay? Okay? Pericardium is another thing actually that I use for my topic today, which is acidity.
There is an echo.
There's an echo, right? Can you two speakers together? Is it better?
Yeah, that's
From there? No, this is because this is going to the camera. But I like to move my hands. This is difficult, right? Okay?
It's okay.
It's kind of working, is it?
Sounds okay.
Fine, right?
Mr. Lujan, I would request you to go little slow because maybe the people over here will not understand the accent, what you use. So little slower.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
Actually, when I speak English, they tell me that I have an Indian accent. If I speak in the West. Sorry about this. Well, acidity, I will use this treatment, pericardium. Pericardium is a membrane recovering the heart. But it's nothing to do with the stomach after place. But I'll try to explain you why this pericardium is interesting for the digestive system. Bit better? Then it's another treatment that we use, it is trauma removal treatment. Sometimes a trauma, emotional trauma, it creates many problems, not only acidity, many other problems. So this is the topic about acidity and malfunction of the liver. The most important question, I think, to understand that why is it complex, this idea of acidity? So many people, they can eat wrongly, however, everything is fine. Eh? Some other ones, they eat healthy, and they get acidity. So there are so many factors behind. To understand, I think it's a good to question this one, what is communication? How the cells communicate to one another. According to science, we have 3 ways of communication. Chemicals, to communicate within the cells. We have also electrical impulses and waves. This idea of waves running in my body actually is quite new. Most of the doctors, they try not to think about it. They like the idea of chemicals. Electrical impulses sometimes, but the idea of waves is something that you cannot see in a microscope. It's something comfortable in a way. Right? Some of them are there, but they're starting. And it's growing. Right? This idea of waves, for us, actually, it is cheap. Right? I think it changes the whole picture of how you treat a patient. You, in a way, believe in chi, or you can see the chi, but just you want to use chemicals alone. Right? But however, chemicals, if we think about it, how a chemical is working. The chemical has some radiations around too. Right? If I take some kind of pill, it will radiate inside. This radiation, again, is waves. So we need to use waves anyhow. Right? Another thing, if you are thinking about moving a finger like this, I study in my degree how these chemicals are going from one cell to another. Right? This is very slow. Just to move my finger like this, it will take me maybe, I don't know, 1 week. Right? Not possible, right? We need the speed of waves, which is close to the speed of light. And then only waves can do the job. Now nice picture, right? Our cells inside are using mobiles, the same than us, to communicate with one another. Now these two are chatting. You understand the body like this, it's a whole new medicine coming. Let's think about the wires that this chi we use to travel around my body. The first one we can think of is blood vessels. But if you are sending information through a blood vessel is full of things. So a lot of transfer, a lot of interference will happen along the way. This is what the body. For many years myself, I was studying this other lymphatic system. What is the lymphatic system about? Actually, nobody knows because it doesn't make sense in a way. Of course, it has so many functions, but if you want, in the cells, they want water. Then we can think, okay, the lymphatic system is full of water, so that the cells will get the water from the lymphatic system. No, it will get also from the blood vessels. And so the blood vessels are doing everything. So what is the lymphatic system about? It's just a matter of water, a few minerals around, lymphocytes there. But in my opinion, I think everybody's opinion here, the lymphocyte system, the lymphatic system, it is to run the waves, the chi up and down in a more clean way, much faster way. We know that sharks, they can smell blood, which is not true, they cannot smell. But they can sense the chi of blood, I think it's like more than 30 kilometers away, in a matter of a minute. Not possible that the blood is traveling in the sea 30 kilometers. This is impossible, right? The wave is doing so. The sharks are able to smell blood, imagine how fast everything is going to ourselves. Another possible wire in our body is the meninges. This is only in the brain. A similar system is only water. Another one, interstitious, very famous nowadays, because scientists say it's a new organ. There's so many things going on inside. And the other one that I love most is fascia, which is also in a way new for science. You know, fascia from the 50s, but they thought it was just nothing useless. Yeah, something useless, right? Nowadays, you know, fascia, it is a network of connecting myself all around my body, connecting all the tissues, muscles, organs. It's going through the organs too. It's holding the bones. Fascia is all around us. And the importance of fascia is that it's how all the wire that we have, which is flowing inside, that this wire is changing shape. Every time I move, my fascia is changing. I move it like this. Now imagine a trumpet. If I play a trumpet in the pipe, it's straight, then it will be like, ooh. But if this pipe is changing shape, it will go like, ooh. This is what fascia is doing every time we move. So the motion creates different communication, different sounds. Yeah, I give you this picture to see the trumpet, how it will change the shape of these pipes. The whole music is changing. Now, this is telling us how important is the way we move in front of the patient also. How we move in front of the patient, the confidence that we have, our body sending something to the patient. So many treatments, so many good treatments, so many points. Some people are doing two opposite treatments, both of them they have results. Right? For me the most important is the practitioner. The points are helping, but the practitioner, the figure, right? This is how you move in front of the patient, how the patient is moving in front of you. That communication, and it's not only inside me, it's going outside me, that will create a big difference in the reactions of my needles. Do you understand? My speed is okay, no? Okay, maybe slowly you learn the accent. Okay, now let's talk about acidity. Yes, it is something that I call the magic journey of food. What happens when we take some food inside until we go to the toilet? It's trying to follow all the procedure from our mouth. The most shocking thing about our diet, digestive system, again, is that it's able to learn very precisely. my body knows exactly, even before I put an apple in my mouth, the body knows exactly that it's an apple. Just before I'm taking the apple, all the acidity, acid to work, they're starting to get prepared. How they get prepared, even without touching the apple from distance. This is proof nowadays. So the only thing again is no chemical. We have to think about waves. From the apple to my body, maybe to my brain, and from this the body gets preparation. So when I'm eating an apple, the main thing is to start here in my mouth.
Mike.
No,
It's
breaking.
cracking when I move. That's what I learned to. So the first, coming forward.
Yeah, that way.
Okay? I have to protect this. This is what we can call the earthy, smelty, visual touch. This is before the apple is coming to my body. This is in Indian, you are eating with your hands, right? According with Ayurveda, it's very good in order to give information to your system and starting to work the digestive system. I think it's very true. That even the way the studies always with mouse. If a mouse is able to see the food and another mouse is not able to see the food, the one who doesn't see the food will die sooner. In some ways, like we can eat also by visual, which is something strange, right? But if I can see something, my body is starting to prepare all the liquids, the nutrients. That's why it's visual. The smell also, they did some studies with mouse. If I'm able to smell the food with mouse, they don't die. They can survive, I think, 3 times more than a mouse that is not eating. Also, none of them are eating. But one is able to smell, the other one is not able to smell. The one who doesn't smell, it dies sooner. Also something strange, right? We are able to eat even with waves, which is nice. In our mouth, we have the starting of my digestive system. Okay? All the enzymes in my chewing are very important. And the starting of energy. What is energy? How do we relieve energy? Actually, energy is cutting. Every time you have a molecule, you cut the molecule, you can cut it with your chewing. Sometimes we cut it with acidity here. Every time a molecule breaks apart, releases energies. Radiation, they call it radiation, but we chew. Whatever you call it, it waves going out. So chewing a lot, many people like to chew a lot even for weight loss. Chewing a lot in order to get a lot of energy and help the digestive system after that. So let's continue going down. First, we have to understand also these 2 ideas. This is confirmation. It means the body will never react with one single opinion, one single idea. If I want to have a body reaction, I need to have many different confirmations. From the spleen, from the lungs, from my mouth, from the eyes. This is like amplification of waves. When I see the apple, it is one single confirmation coming. The body is reacting a little bit, trying to prepare all the acids. But then when I get the smell, more confirmation, amplification of this signal. Then the body is reacting even more. Then I chew. There is another confirmation coming. The amplification of waves, amplify the volume. It is something very similar, right? When amplification reaches a certain level, then is when my body reacts. So you're waiting here until the volume it is good enough for you. Some kind of cells or proteins with this volume, enough. Then they're starting to react. Some other ones they need much higher volume, otherwise they don't react. So for a very healthy life, a healthy digestive system, we have to get so many confirmations. It means enjoy what you see, enjoy what you touch, enjoy the smell. This is helping a lot for the body to create confirmations, intelligence. Confirmation and amplification. Where is all these waves going through? I think they're going through something in Chinese, they call it gathering qi. When all the qi in my body get together, meeting point of the qi is this area. What is this area? The heart, and the master of the heart, which is the pericardium. So I think this Chinese is very, very clever, talking about the chi, like more than 3,000 years ago, and talking about a meeting point where all the information will get together. Rather than chi. The organ in charge of this one, most important, is the pericardium. Of course, together with the heart. These two together, they create that. This is why I use pericardium to treat digestive system problems. And it's working. You just treat the heart, forget about the digestive system, and suddenly the intelligence of the whole body will create a response. What happens if I have a problem? What happens if I have a problem in my digestive, in my pericardium? Information coming here, it will get breaking down. I'm intelligent enough. Even if I chew, if I smell, if I see, if things are coming inside here, but they break down, then no intelligence to create all the acidity in my body, to create enzymes, the proteins that I need for the digestive system. So, when I chew, then my apple, using this example, will come all the way to the stomach. Now in the stomach, it will happen the acidity. This is the stomach here. From the top of the stomach, mainly from the top of the stomach, the acidity will go down. And this acidity, they did also many studies, for everybody is different. Even all your life, every single day, the acidity in the stomach will be different. It's very unique. Wow, this is like, okay. This is because the body is creating something new all the time. It's never a repetition. Even though we can measure in pH, I'll go down, I'll go back here, you see. This is the stomach, is doing this kind of acid. These are the three most important. The pH is between 1 and 7. But if you go closer, you will see that it is, even the name is the same. It is fully different every time, every day, for all of us. And then we go back here. So who is creating this unique intelligence every time I eat? The acidity, at least the information to the stomach, we think is coming from the spleen. The spleen is the first one to understand. What is the spleen there? Is it okay? That's good. The spleen is the first one to understand what I have in the hands, what I'm touching, what I'm chewing. And he will create the acids to the stomach. And this acid is so specific, it depends on what I'm touching, what I'm eating. It will not the same if I take an apple or a piece of chicken. Fully different. So the only one who knows this one is the whole communication, the whole natural intelligence, which is chi. Yes, it will come to the gathering chi. From the gathering chi, it will distribute all around my body, in my blood, in my lymphatic system. And from there, the spleen will get information. Okay, it's an apple coming. So for apples, we already know by experience that this is the acids that we love the most. So starting to prepare an acid according with the moment, with the personal story of the actual moment. Then what is the job of the liver? Well, the liver I think is too complex. The liver loves two things, giving traumas and toxics, even emotional traumas. Why? Because he's the great boss and he's the great in learning. You have some kind of trauma when you're a child, this is you learn all your life. It can be a trauma or it can be a rotten food. Now you take an apple with some kind of problems and you get sick as a baby, the liver will get this information for all your life. How the information is stored? It's stored again in circles of waves. This is the only possibility. Like you speak with this person, that person with you, and then we keep the memory together. This is a memory. Memory for all my life running all around my body, but in this case, more in the liver. But all the memory of my traumas. Some people very traumatized by some emotional problem in life, they get also a lot of problems. Doesn't matter what I eat, I get a lot of problems. Because the liver is holding this trauma. It doesn't matter what happens, it matters how you keep it inside. The most terrible thing happens in your life, if you don't think about it, you will not be the liver, then the body will not create any troubles. And the liver is divided into different regions. Some emotional region here, some other one is there. Every time you get some trauma in life, emotional or toxic, then the body will distribute to a particular region. This is the area of my emotional traumas related with that. Then this information is coming here, and you're changing the picture. The complexity is quite a lot. Huh? What is the liver is able to build? This, this gallbladder here. The gallbladder, it has the most aggressive and I think intelligent acid in the body, which is called the bile. The bile is very aggressive. Sometimes it depends on everybody, but for sure it's the most intelligent because all your life experience are in the bile, in waves. All the vibration is in your bile alone. What happened to you since you were born? And I think also even in the generations, even in my family tree, because my mother is passing me something, right? From my mother, from my grandmother, everybody is giving me some kind of information. Everything is in my bile. The idea of this one is one of the most defensive system work in my body to defend from a stranger coming inside. If there's some kind of bad guy in my apple, then the liver will recognize very fast, starting to create a difference. Here is the liver. Now, this area called the duodenum.
Previous slide, please.
If we follow this picture here, from the stomach, at the end of the stomach, pylori, famous spot, then it will come this area here. And this is the duodenum. In the duodenum, the first action it is the release of bile from the liver, from the gallbladder. It is sending the bile to the duodenum. Only when the food is passing through. Not always. When the food is passing through, bile is going there. What the bile is doing, it is trying to destroy every potential bad guy that is there. According with all my experiences, I am born, and even my family tree experience. So, yeah, no chances. This is why I was starting this speech. What happened to Spanish people from Spain? We give them Indian food. They don't have any knowledge. The liver doesn't have any knowledge about this kind of food. So for sure, the whole body will be a little bit of strange. What is going on? This information is difficult for us because it's new. They have to learn. I've been 10 years living in India. My body is already taking all kinds of Indian food. Learning process. I love it. So when the food is coming to this first chamber, duodenum, then is when the bile kills everything. How does it kill? Can I draw here? Can you see it? This is a wave. The waves are similar to one another. Let's say something like this, not exactly the same but similar. They amplify it. They go to strong volume increases. When the waves are fully different, like this, and the waves like this, they don't interfere. They can stay in the same space, and they don't make any troubles to one another. What happens when the wave it is exactly the same, however opposite? This is called perfect displace. When in perfect displace, two waves fully similar, however opposite, they cancel out. The waves cancel out. It's very difficult to do something like this. Two trumpet players playing trumpet, if they play it in a perfect displace, they produce silence. It's very difficult, but it is true that I think our body is able to do that all the time. So if this bad guy is coming in the body, someone very bad like this with resonance, also chi, the bile is bringing the opposite waves according to the experience. I learned for many years in my life, so that I know how to get the same music that you give me and make it opposite, upside down. If I send this to you, then this one will cancel out. You cannot survive without chi around you. So this bad guy dies. This is how I believe the system is killing many bad guys around our body. only just by sending opposite waves to you. For this, I have to learn first the music. What your body is sending. Then I have to get it, like in a mirror, upside down, and send it back to you. Yeah, this is very cheap actually. Nothing to, you have to waste a lot of energy. Cheap and very fast. And very, very efficient. I suppose you know about this lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are the policemen inside us. There are so many studies about this, there are proteins, and they're able to identify the bad guy, and they mark it. They don't kill it. Some of them they kill it, but most of them they mark it with something is called antibody. They put some chemical and they stick the antibody on the bad guy. And then another guy in microphones is coming to eat it. Right? First of all, these people, lymphocytes, they don't touch the bad guy. From distance, they recognize the bad guy from distance, and they want to send like this antibody thing. How can you recognize from distance? We couldn't see any chemical going through. It's only the waves. Only I can identify them in music. It is not from this building. That's the way you talk. The way you resonate is, you are not from here, so let me heal you. You are a stranger. Only by music you do. Some more important thing, in my opinion, is that these free radicals. Have you heard of this? These free radicals, they became famous a few years ago because someone told us that if you kill them all, you can live forever. So yeah, everybody was, I want to kill them all because I want to be living forever. Actually, that is not true. Lymphocytes, free radicals is any kind of molecule in my body that is losing one of the ions. Then I am quiet here. If somebody is taking this marker out, then I become excited. And I want to get a marker, and still another marker. So these molecules, or even atoms, stealing from one another, they create a chain of stealing. Most of the time what they steal is oxygen to one another. Oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. They make oxygen all around your body. They're very useful. Without them, we lack. Not possible to breathe. Now they find out in recent studies that free radicals, which are only molecules excited, they can kill also bad guys. Which is, wow, this is, how do they know if they're only chemicals? They're not alive, they're not intelligent. This lymphocyte is huge, very intelligent. Lymphocytes, they have to learn at least for 3 months in the body before they act. Learning process, they go to the university, lymphocytes. The liver is the most important, time of life and other lymphocytes they learn. But this is just a molecule without, I don't have my marker. I go there and I steal oxygen, not from the healthy people, only from the bad guy. This is amazing amount of intelligence for something that is just a chemical. It's not alive, right? So they will go all around here, taking the oxygen, and kill it. Same thing, without waves, it's impossible to understand this because no chemicals are getting involved. How do they identify it? By music. If this kind of music I don't like, I will attack everything around that. Very nice. So this is how the battle is destroying everything inside my duty. Destroy all the bad people. But this is destroy sometimes too aggressive. Just in case, to be safe, the bat kills nearly everybody, just in case. This is right now, it's coming the other one, the pancreatic juice. After the bile, nitrogen, starting around here, the pancreatic juice. This is to try to bring back the death. I mean, if I go to the bile, they will try to destroy me so much, and I lost my personality. It's so aggressive. Right? Imagine one single, let's say, vitamin. One vitamin going through that, it will receive so many aggressivity. So then it will go through alive, because he's not a bad guy, but after that he will be a little bit weak. The pancreatic juice is to bring back your previous energy. Now we know why Chinese, they say spleen and pancreas, they come together. Even they're sharing the same channel, right? Spleen and pancreas channel. The thing is that if I come back here, see, this is the spleen, and here is the pancreas. When the spleen is getting the previous information, remember, from my eyes, from my chewing, everything is coming to here, and from here to my blood, and from my blood to my spleen. This first information, you will send it to the, you will create the acidity, but you will send it also to the pancreas. So before I kill you, first I want to know who you are. I keep it in the pancreas. Then I will kill you with the liver. When you are fully dead, I bring you back with the pancreas juice. Then you tell him to go through, and at the end you are fully clean, to be safe. This is one of the most important immune system defense that we have in the body. And it's happening in the duodenum. With bile, and then back with this one, the pancreatic juice. Whoever is coming from this one, what is it? So this one to the small intestine, it is the good guy and alive. The other one die process.
David, can you put that information in a diagram form?
This one?
No, what you just mentioned.
Right now? No. Can I have some?
Yes.
I don't know if the people that are away can see. Is the voice okay? It's breaking. For me, it's breaking, but it depends maybe on the speaker.
Okay. So, your whole theory is based on waves. Okay? And the communication happens, and this waves is equal to chi. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now you were mentioning something about bile.
Yes, this is the acids in my gallbladder,
Okay, so
but it's produced by the liver. But the gallbladder is like a
okay,
black
so
hole.
now from the liver to the gallbladder, and then you have the pancreas. Correct? So can you tell me exactly what is happening?
And here we have the spleen. Spleen and pancreas together,
Okay.
they
So-
get the
right.
same.
So just show me the process.
From my mouth, it will go to my stomach. The stomach is around there, something like this. And from the stomach, at the end of the stomach, is starting this other chamber that we call duodenum, this one here. Starting like this. It's smaller, but I'll do it bigger so you can see.
No, we are not talking about the anatomy.
Yeah, but this bile is released in this area here,
Okay.
from the liver.
Okay.
And this one here, it is to destroy potential bad guys that is coming in your food.
Food. So the bile has energy to destroy the bad guys, that is the toxins
Correct.
or pathogens that are there from food.
Food.
Okay. Okay. So okay, but
And in the bile is the learning process of all your life, because the liver is taking this knowledge. Every time we do something, we learn.
okay. So here is what is important. So this is your memory.
Yes, in the liver.
Liver has memory of everything.
So for the immune system defense.
Okay, so this has memory for immune system.
Yes, correct.
So it is not the spleen which has the memory, it is the liver.
Well, I think the whole body has memory. However, in this case, the most important would be the liver. Yes.
True. So for the immune system, the most important memory is with the liver.
Yes.
So it has the learning of your whole life.
Every time you have some troubles.
Some infection, something,
Yes.
the liver knows what to do with it. If you have had a past experience.
Yes.
So now this memory, what you said that the gallbladder is very important, the juice here.
No, the juice from the pancreatic.
Okay, but this liver, it is storing, like gallbladder is storing bile,
Yes.
correct? Now this bile is very special liquid, correct? You just mentioned it is very special. What is special of the gallbladder?
This is where all the information from the liver,
Ah.
that all the learning from my life, they're coming to the bile.
Okay,
So the liver produces, the liver produces the bile.
right, and it is stored here. So what is the significance of gallbladder?
Actually, it's just a back holding. It has intelligence to open the door for the bile to go or to close it.
That's
but,
it.
But people can survive without it. Sometimes they remove the gallbladder. It's just a plastic back holding. But the
Okay.
intelligence is coming from the formation of the liver.
So this has the intelligence, this is just storing. Okay, so this is one side. Now this spleen and pancreas, what is that doing?
When the food is going through this chamber here,
Right,
the gallbladder will open up the door, the bile will go,
right,
and it's very aggressive, so it will destroy all the potential problems,
okay,
according with previous experience.
okay,
So because this is very damaged, then it will come to this area here.
okay.
Now when the pancreas, you will release the pancreatic juice.
Okay, so here acid is coming, acid is aggressive and it will do damage. Correct? So then when it comes down, then the pancreatic juice is coming.
Correct. The pancreatic juice is the opposite, trying to rebond the
Pancreas juice is alkaline.
alkaline to help
Right.
what it destroyed before.
Correct. So liver has acid, and yesterday we discussed that the most alkaline medium in our body is the pancreatic juice. So this is alkaline. And this is acid.
Yes.
Okay, so now this memory comes here. Now what memory is there in the pancreas?
The memory is coming from no memory, the waves, information is coming from the spleen.
Okay, what
This
information?
is why they're very much together.
True, what information is coming?
The information of the previous, when I see the apple, when I smell the apple,
Okay.
they're starting to prepare the juice. The spleen is sending the juice, not the juice, the acid to the stomach.
So this has information on digestion.
Yes, even before you start eating,
Right.
this one gets energy from the food.
Correct, but that is called a conditioned reflex. There is something called a conditioned reflex.
Yes.
That means you have experienced it, so later on, okay, you just don't need to go through the whole process, it's just okay, it doesn't happen. There was an experiment of the Pavlov's bell. You know about that, right? A
Yeah, the
dog-
box, yeah.
dogs, correct? So it's conditioned,
Yes.
conditioning. So do you mean to say that spleen is conditioned?
Everything is conditioned. I think that the spleen is alert to what is going to happen. The
Okay.
food I'm going to take is already getting information, and with this information creating a
Fair
response.
enough. So spleen is responsible for digestion.
Yes.
So, but on a mental level, what does it do? Like here you said that this has memory. And what does spleen have? Only the information on how to prepare for what is coming.
Yes. So, well, for Chinese medicine, this is the worker, the farmers.
Farmers.
The farmers, they have to elaborate, in this case, the acid to the stomach, which is the first one to destroy. Later will come the bile.
The acid is coming from here. What is coming from here?
Acid too.
Here
So
also.
this is the stomach acid, and later is the bile acid.
Okay.
So many acids are going there to
So,
save.
correct. So now the stomach acid is coming here.
Created by the spleen.
Okay, so spleen is creating the stomach acid. Correct? So here is stomach acid, here is the liver acid. Both are coming. So what is the difference? What does the liver acid do and what does the stomach acid do?
The stomach acid, the idea is to, also a defensive system, is to kill bad guys, but not so much intelligence.
Okay,
The intelligence is coming from the liver.
okay, so stomach acid has no intelligence.
It has, but not as much. It's not previous, all your past life, no past life. I mean, since you are born until today, everything is in the liver.
Liver.
But in the stomach, it's just whatever is right now.
Right
So
now.
it's very short time.
So this is short-term memory. Short-term memory.
This is memory of what you're eating right
Okay,
now.
this is long-term memory. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so here we have short-term memory, here there is long-term. Okay, this acid comes here in the duodenum, then the pancreatic juice comes here.
To alkaline and to
to make it alkaline. So, what is the significance of this process in the wave format?
Well, it's just to bring back because from here it will go to the small intestine, right? Small
This
intestine.
is part of the small intestine.
Well, it's at the beginning of the small intestine.
Right.
After the duodenum, small intestine is starting. So now the nutrients, after all this, destroy, reborn, then they pass through the small intestine.
Okay.
Everybody going there has to be clean. Everybody has to be like a nice nutrient. In order to
So in technical language, this is called sludge. Sludge is like, okay, when you have garbage, you have thing, okay, there is, that's common, on top. So the sludge is removed, the pure nutrient goes down.
same thing. Yes.
Okay, then, okay.
Yes. Dr. Yeah, you can continue, Dr. David. It's very clear now to everyone and everybody is understood. So let him continue his lecture, please.
Yeah, because see, the waves, yeah, sure. Okay, please.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
So help me, I think I know it's complex. If you are not familiar, this idea is a bit complex. It's complex. Now it's another magic thing going on in our body. Like this is the wall of the small intestine. This is the small intestine wall. Many scientists right now, they don't understand why this wall is very selective. It means it's able to, some kind of nutrients coming here, it might cross through my blood, easily crossing. Some other ones, no chance, and they will go to the toilet. Even though you're taking, let's say, iron, if this wall will not open to the blood, the iron will go to the toilet. And you have to take more iron. Doctor, this is not working. You are lacking vitamin C. You're taking vitamin C, and sometimes this will. So for these doctors, it's like, why is intelligent of the small intestine wall? This is one of the biggest questions nowadays. Many doctors they think that most of the diseases is because the intelligence of the small intestine wall is not good. I think the idea is again because of waves, information. Imagine inside we have something that the Chinese, actually here is written, the Chinese they call nutritive qi. Nutritive qi is what all this my body is creating. It's a name of the waves. Right? In one side I have the nutritive qi. Here, nutritive qi is in this side, and in the other side I have the small intestine. So here are the nutrients. Here is one vitamin, let's say. And this vitamin, it has music. It's by itself. The same kind of music in this other side, which is nutritive qi. Same kind of music happens inside, then the cells will open up. This one will cross to my blood. No, it is clear.
What kind of music is the vibration frequency 1, 2, 3, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
Well, there's, I don't know, any kind of nutrients, vitamins, protein, they have their own music.
Correct.
But
Goes through a mission doesn't.
yeah, it is like, this is the wall, here is one music, your favorite song, and the neighbor has also my favorite song. When two of them have the favorite song together, then these cells, they will open up. Then you can cross it. It's the same thing in love, right? You can knock on the door of your neighbor. Say, I love the music too. Will you marry me? Oh, and then it happened, right? Same thing, it happened to us, it happened inside our body. So that we have too much. This sound with the other sound than it is in the matter. So here, you can see in one side I have the nutrients with matter, let's say like vitamin, protein, and they resonance, they have music. If in the other side, which is only waves, produced by my pancreas, by my mouth, by my eyes, when I see, everybody, amplifications, produces this nutritive qi. If the nutritive qi in my blood is equal to the matter inside, it is how this come together. With this idea, I took many patients, many experiments, and it is working. It is Yes. Also difficult, I think. Is it clear now? Let's say that I am eating very fast, full of anxiety and stress. Yes. Then in this other side, nutritive chi, the formation of the music in my blood will not be very good because of anxiety and nervousness. Yes. Then if I eat with anxiety, then I have the acidity, I have other kind of problems. Yes. Because it is not only my food inside, it has to match with my emotions. It has to match with everything I touch, everything I see. The Chinese people in ancient times, they were not even talking when they eat. Very quietly, eating, so I don't interfere what they call nutritive chi. Nutritive chi is waves, equal than my thoughts, equal than my emotions. Don't think, don't have emotions, and eat quietly. So for your digestion to be nice. Right? This is the explanation behind it. And yes, I think this is, science doesn't know, but they're still searching for chemicals. In my opinion, it's just waves open up the door for this one to cross through in and out. For example, when I got this idea a long time ago, these people were suffering for iron. This, iron is when you can look at here, and this is anemia. They also bring the reports, right? So when they have anemia, it means lack of iron. Then I told the patient, let's do some experiments. You get, you put in a garden this area, and you mingle your work eating, here's an iron. So the music of iron, it will go to your heart, and it will go all around your body. With the iron on top of you, that's really heavy, you eat your food, regular food. Let's see how it reports after some time. He did it, and of course, it was a big difference in the amount of iron the body is able to absorb. Otherwise, it will go to the toilet. Right? But if you have a piece of iron here, it's helping the body with the music to create nutritive chi with iron sound. This is the thing. In the ancient times in Europe, not only in Spain, I don't know if they do it here. My grandmother, when you have anemia, they get a potato, piece of potato, and they put here nails. Nails like this all around the potato. You wait with a screw. One screw the potato, another screw, you put like 5 screws in the potato, and you leave the potato in there for 5 days. Then the screw will get oxygen. So what they did is to remove the screw, the course, and then you chew the potato with a terrible smell of iron. You don't have to swallow it, then spit it out. And then you take your regular food with this terrible smell in your mouth. You do it at the beginning and at the end of your meals. This is how in ancient times, they were helping anemia, and it's working. Because if I put the music in my mouth of iron, this difficult taste, then I create a very strong music in the nutritive chi with iron. So when the iron is coming here, music is powerful. In this other side, the door it will open up, and the iron will cross through my blood. Now I have iron in my blood, not in the toilet. This is one of the ideas. Is it clear? Yes, please. Well, until it's very rusty. Because when you chew it, it has to taste like iron. But sometimes, depends on the climate, 3 days, 5 days. That was my grandmother doing this. This is the intelligence of the ancient times, right? It is working. Right now, they're trying to give some kind of the pills, but medication is to confuse all this intelligence of the small intestine. You are put in this site, so many information which is not natural, it's artificial waves, artificial music. Then for the nutrients to find the music in the other side is no chance. No chance, then they have to go to the toilet. So many people are suffering because of pills. If the whole intestine is rigid, this is where so many things that happen. So how to make the small intestine flexible and intelligent? This is the recent studies about science, but they still don't know. First thing is natural things. Don't take medication. Trying to enjoy what you eat. Don't be emotional when you eat. It's more psychological aspects than just the food or whatever, because we need both. Matter, this is the beautiful join of matter together with music, waves. Chi with physical things, physical matter. All together they create the beautiful of my body. We cannot only think about chemicals, not only about waves too. It is science and acupuncture together. This is what we are trying to find out. You have any questions? No,
Any questions? Any questions? Yes, please.
I want clarity on, you spoke about the waves going up and the other wave going in the opposite direction.
This is called,
And then what happens exactly?
this is in music actually, it's called perfect disphase. This is when one wave.
That diagram again.
Yes, can
Actually, there is a concept of cancelling waves. So they cancel each other and they destroy each other. Even the buildings are broken that way. It is an anti-wave.
waves, they can amplify this thing.
So what happens to the cell? I mean,
It damages it.
Well, if you cancel my music, you cancel who I am, my thoughts, my ideas, slowly I get sick, right? You cancel me, no, very bad, and I get sick and I die.
so because of my thoughts and emotions, I'm putting the opposite direction.
Yeah, sometimes you resonate with somebody and you get together. Sometimes to some people they make you tired. You know, that's the way you are together, a relationship. I think the same thing is happening with the cells. So the idea, if the waves like this, then somebody here has to learn about this. I copy the same thing. And then I have to bring it upside down. This is called perfect. It has to be fully perfect. It's very difficult. Put perfect in space. Then I put this one upside down, and then I will send it to here. So it will come something like this, perfectly, perfect. Mine is perfect, perfect space. This wave will die, cancel out. Both of them. Both waves in perfect space, they disappear. This is how you can produce silence. And I think this is one of the immune system, defensive system, very intelligent, very fast. The science is not talking about. But in my opinion, it has to be something like this in order to maintain the full intelligence of something so complex. Perfect space in every cell. Yes, hello, who's talking?
Yeah, go ahead.
You have mic?
How to treat acupuncture with this waves?
Well, that's a nice question. I forgot about it. Well, as I was telling you, what I do is a complex treatment. I cannot explain the whole thing, but I actually use the pericardium treatment. The pericardium, this membrane recording the heart, is a treatment for the pericardium, the pericardium channel too. Because all these crazy waves is so complex. Every single cell, every single thing inside have music. It's a fight of music inside. All of them, at the end of the day, have to come to my gathering chi. What the Chinese call the gathering chi, which is right in this area. So if my pericardium is flexible, then I can cope with everything. If my pericardium is too rigid, then even a beautiful information coming here, being rejected, that will create troubles. Right? If my pericardium is too open, that will create also troubles too. So it depends how is my pericardium, how will change my digestive system. We have so many cases. The first guy, we like examples. One fellow I have, he was the husband of one of my students. He was going to the toilet 14 times a day. Of course, at the end of blood coming up, 14 times a day going to the toilet. And like always, they went to too many doctors. At the end, they come to acupuncturists. The doctors are not working, they come to us. Right? So what I did to him, after in 2 treatments, I just work on his pericardium alone. Nothing to do with the anus, nothing to do with the digestive system. Just hoping that the intelligence of the body creates the result. I don't know if you know, let me talk about a bit about Hippocrates. You know this guy, Hippocrates, the Greek doctor. He differentiates a long time ago into 2 kinds of medicines. Medicine that we are treating with the same, and medicine that we use the opposite. If I have a virus inside, I can create in my lab an antivirus. So someone and I put it together, and this one is killing the other one. So this is treating diseases using the opposite. One antivirus, antibacterial, antiviral. The other one. Maybe this is better. More stable, maybe. Okay, the same, actually, it is acupuncture. Do you have pain? I give you more pain. With the needle. Where is the pain? Here? Wait. A needle. Doctor, this is more pain. This one, it is treating a disease with the intelligent response of the body. My body will always, if I apply an action here, my body will bring a reaction. This reaction is intelligent. We are not intelligent. I have a nice sentence. I say, doctors, they are very intelligent, but they treat the body as stupid. We are stupid, but we treat the body as intelligent. Do you like the sentence? So this is the idea of treating with the same. I do a reaction, like acupuncture point. The body will respond with some intelligence. And for this, it depends on the emotion of the patient. And this is just against whatever. Most of the doctors using pills are very unhappy with the body reaction. Sometimes they even give you antidepressive immune system to suppress the immune system. They don't want reactions. I wish your body will be stupid, so my pills will work. But the body is always intelligent, it's always responding. So this is what we do. We are asked, instead of going to the problem here, we go for the pericardium, which is intelligent of the digestive system. Just hoping that the reaction is fine. We put on needles. Actually, we did a lot of cardiac massage to the patient. Pumping here. And then we put acupuncture points for pericardium in the back. So these are acupuncture points for the pericardium alone. And then hoping that now the intelligence is flowing. If the intelligence is flowing, then I have the results.
No, I'm fully agreed and accepted and understood also. But
Yes.
these waves are good rhythm of our body clock. Whether it has been any relation, it is there any relation, body clock rhythm and this, what you are teaching us or presenting us.
That's a very beautiful question.
Thank you.
Maybe the reason why I am in India. Because in India it's a society that you all taking care of the rhythm, sounds, balance. In the West, people, they forget about this. They only like these chemicals. But here people are chanting, meditation. For me, this is unique. It's only in India it's happening, right? So of course everything, I don't know if you know, but in US is the most advanced society in the world in terms of money. But they have 55 times more cancer than in India. Why? Because in India, maybe the hospitals are not as good as they have, maybe our food is wherever, but in India, everybody, it is the way you move, remember the fascia? Moving nicely, talking nicely to one another, you do the chanting, the meditation. This is the real hospital. You cannot go full of stress, anxiety, and then you're clapping to yourself. So I'm coming here to learn from you how to be like for me this makes a big difference, of course.
Any
in
other
all the
questions?
diseases.
Any other question? Okay. Okay, let me summarize. Friends, this was a very
Any special protocols on the pericardium channel, if you can show for some general.
how do you treat the pericardium?
Pericardium, this is like it will take me like another hour to explain. But I use it 3 lines of treatments. First one, cardiac massage. Someone on an ambulance, They told me that when people get one big accident, they said when the full leg is cut, then it's no dangerous. This guy can survive, no heart attack. The most problem is when you have many cuts here, the body get traffic jam and they get heart attack. As soon as they see somebody on the road with so many injuries, they do the cardiac massage, helping the pericardium to cope with all the information that is coming. So I think this is very useful. I think this is very useful for most of the patients. First I do cardiac massage, sometimes 8 minutes, boom, 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 long time. They have to get a little bit of anxiety. It's not pleasant. It's a discomfort. It's tension, 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 normally 30 times, and then you stop. What is happening there? We are changing the distributor of qi. According to Chinese, is the lungs. We have to breathe properly, first of all. For this one, it's helping a lot the cardiac massage. This is the first treatment that we do for the pericardium. Second, we apply needles. I can tell you the points if you want, but we put, because the pericardium is on the left, we use the left channel, the urinary bladder channel.
14.
Yes, correct. We use this UV14. Sorry, 14. But first is not UV14. The first one, it is the kidney. I think one of the kidneys, and this I learned from a Ayurvedic person, the kidney, it is running the essence to the heart. So I apply a point in the right kidney gene, that it is UV23. So the first point, it is for the distributor of the essence, I mean liquids to the pericardium. Pericardium, it has a liquid inside, water. In this water, it is full of waves. So the first, the producer of the pericardium. Then I use a distal point for this one. Distal point, I use K3, also on the right, because it's the right kidney. And this on the right. Then UV14, and then I use UV43 on the heart, which is UV15. So on the back you see on the top 3 points on the left, 3 points on the left here, 1 point on the right down here, UV23. This is the points that we applied. Now I found for distal points of the pericardium 3 possibilities. One is pericardium 7. Pericardium 7, it is helping to connect with the kidney, and it is related with my social life, like interacting with social life. If the patient is like very obedient, some people are very obedient, copy and paste. Whatever TV is telling me, this is my opinion. Whatever my friends are telling me, this is my opinion. For us, this is a problem in the pericardium, it's too rigid. You don't have an opinion. You only copy and paste, copy and paste. For these kind of people, we use pericardium 7. Another possible is pericardium 6. This is related with emotions. In order to bring out emotions, some people are very holding, what in Chinese is called Wing Jing, holding emotions. If they are very rigid, we use pericardium 6 to open up emotions. If it's too open, some people are, too open, then we use it too. However, to close down the too much expression out. So this is pericardium 6. Another one, famous, actually is pericardium 4. Pericardium 4, which is here. This is a point given us by nature, because people before having a heart attack, they feel pain in that area, and they pump it like this. Before the heart attack. This is pericardium 4. According to Chinese, this is to remove phlegms in your pericardium. Wow, this is very interesting, because recently, just I think 5 years ago, science agree that we can have mucus in a pericardium. They open up their bodies with heart attack, and they consider the mucus in the pericardium, for those people, the mucus were more dense than the regular people. So it is possible to have phlegms in the pericardium, even according with science. But this pericardium 4 is the best point to remove phlegms in your pericardium. Before we put the needle, we do acupressure. A small massage also here. Same thing in nature. Before your heart attack, you do like this, right? So we do the same. We do something like this with the finger. for like 3 minutes, long time, and then we put the needle. Then we put the needle inside. This is pericardium 4 for phlegms, pericardium 6 for social obedience, and pericardium 7 for social obedience, 6 for lack of expressing out emotions. So we have to select according in every patient. That's it. Then 15 minutes like this. Then we tell the patient is 3 lines. First one is the cardiac massage. Then this thing I'm telling you. And then after we tell the patient to sit down. Because the heart of the pericardium in sitting down position, they're working in a different way. When you lie down, they in a way, great amount of activity sat down. Because this is why you're sleeping, right? So we ask the patient to sit down. And then we add very common points, heart 7, PC6, and REN 17, which is in this area is the local point of the pericardium. And only these 3 points, heart 7, PC6, REN 17. I like to add this DO20 because also the pericardium is helping the brain, and also because I study with Anton Surya, and he used this point for everything. So then I use it too sometimes. Yeah. And then in this case also we add magnets on the heart of the patient. At the end of this treatment, he's holding a magnet in the hand and put it in the heart. Very strong magnets, not I think there is 12 kilos. Strong magnets in the heart. This is also changing the waves. What we do is to destroy. Nature will rebuild. Same thing like acupuncture. It's like Shiva. Only just destroy, and the beautiful intelligence will rebuild. Same thing. The magnet will destroy the waves in your heart. So you feel uncomfortable with the magnet here. But when the treatment is finished, the body is doing the best to recover. And the intelligence of recovering is creating the difference. This is the pericardial treatment that we do. And we do it also for anxiety, for mental problems, so many problems in the top of area of the body, in this area.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, David. It was a very novel way of conveying the science of inner music. Okay, so we have all got a glimpse of the chi in the form of waves, which in fact carry the intelligence of all our functions, whether it is physical or mental. Correct? So it is confirming what he just said, that in India we chant a lot, Om and Reem and Kleem and etc. etc. So this chanting is helping the Indian society survive the storms of life.
Even he is able to talk much beautiful than me. It is true, you can see. So this is why he was eating ice cream, nothing happened. I'm trying to learn how to speak in a low way, move in a slow way. Very nice example.
That's because he's an Indian.
So we must understand the science of waves better and how to manipulate, how to control these waves. So if we can create beautiful music inside us, we will have a beautiful body, a beautiful mind, and a beautiful soul. Thank you very much.
One question.
Yes.
Which side of the magnet you put on the heart? Positive or negative?
That's also interesting question. We have 2 conditions in pericardium. One of them, it is the pericardium is very rigid. We call it terminator. You know the movie, Terminator? Because it is someone, in a way, trying to reject emotions. It becomes a little bit like a robot. In this condition, we applied positive to the heart, negative to the hand. It has to be both of them. This is why the patient is holding the magnet like this. Negative will come to the hand, positive to the heart. For terminators, we call it terminator because they are a little bit rejecting emotion, very cold. And now in the office, so many people are trying to be like this because they're very good workers. However, they face so many troubles. The other condition is when the pericardium is too open. This is, we call it crazy dancer, because so many emotions are coming. So for this one is the other way around. We put the negative to the heart, positive to the hand. So these two kinds, terminators, great dancer, they are famous in my school.
Yes. Thank you.
These two
Thank you.
characters.
Thank you so much, David. It was nice to listen to you. I'll ask Dr. Manish now to present him with a token of appreciation.
So from today, please remember that there is music inside you. Don't damage the music. Okay?